I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Moving on with the practice exam paper at the back of the Grade 5 Discovering Music Theory workbook, we move on to pages 89 and 90, which covers all things regarding keys and scales. And I do recommend that you just quickly write out your circle of fifths. Do it from memory if you possibly can. If not, keep practicing until you can do so. It only takes a few moments, and do recommend that you have a look at the video that I've provided explaining how to work out the circle of fifths. And there's a reference here on my website if you go to the PDF information sheets. Because if you've got everything to hand, you've only had to think of it once, and then you can just relax and know that you've got all the information there without getting worried that you'll get confused as we start jiggling information. So just take all of the thinking, stress out of it, and just write it down in the formula that you know that works, and then everything you need to answer this section is available. And I do suggest that you crack on and have a go on your own. Work in pencil. It's much better to learn by your mistakes. I know that I always say that, but it's so important. And so we have to choose which one of these key signatures is correct. It's got to be written correctly with the correct flats for D flat major. So we should have, the order of flats will always be B, E, A, D and G flats for this key. And so we need to choose the correct one. And so straight away we can see that we're wrong because that's not a B flat, that's an A flat. So we're wrong straight away. So in the bass clef, B's, good boys, all cows eat, B, E, A, D, G. Yep, that's the correct one. Let's just squeeze every drop of revision out of this and let's see why these are incorrect. So if that's middle C, that's a B, and then C, B, A. That's an F flat, so that's wrong. Then that's a C flat, so that's wrong. So it all goes horribly wrong from there. And if we keep going, that's a G flat. And then finally we get the D flat at the end, so that's all wrong. And then here, C, B, A. We start with a G flat, so we can tell that's all a miss. And then we get the C flat. So, you know, there might be the right number of flats, but they're all in the wrong place. So we can see that's the correct one. And then we have the same scenario, but now we need to properly represent the key signature of F sharp major, which is the sharps of F, C, G, D, A, E sharp. So we have here, we have an F sharp, then we have a C sharp, but then we have an A sharp, which is not correct. Then we have an E sharp, then we have a G sharp, then we have a D sharp, so they are all in the wrong order. Now here we have a C, D, E. We're starting with an E sharp, so we know that's all wrong straight away. So we can see that's just incorrect. Now here, it looks like it's going to be correct, F, C, G, D. However, we cannot have a sharp on a ledger line. It's just not allowed. Can you imagine how confusing that would get? So that's wrong. We should have the A sharp down here. And so this should be the correct one. C, D, E, F, C, G, C, D, C, B, A, C, D, E. That's the correct one. There we go. Now then, we've got to choose the correct key for each of these melodies. So it's not necessarily a scale, but we've got to choose the key, so we've got to look at the clues. So here's one clue. We're in the bass clef, we've got a C sharp. and then we've got an F sharp, and we've got a G sharp, and then we've got another C sharp. So what can we use to explain F sharps, C sharps and G sharps? That's all the key signature correct. Nothing unexplained, and so we've nicely got A major. And you can see how, oh, just leave and get it. If you've got your circle of fifths, it's all nicely to hand. We can just see what sharps are required for a major or a minor key. It just saves having to keep thinking the same thing over and over again, and it saves so much time while you're sort of racking your brain trying to figure out and remember a key signature over and over again. Just get it down once and then it's job done really, isn't it? So pressing on, let's see what clues we've got. We've got a B flat, we've got a D flat, an A flat, a G flat, an E flat, there's another D flat, there's a C flat and a B flat. So let's work it out in order. We have B, yep, E, yep, A, D, yep, G, yep, we've already done D, and C. So everything is correct for a major key signature of G flat major. Nothing unexplained, nothing missing. Let's see what we have here. So we have nothing but this G sharp. Now it's not possible to have a key signature of just G sharp. If it's going to be in the key signature, it must have F sharps and C sharps. So that cannot be part of the key signature. The only way we can explain that is as the raised seventh. And so if G is the seventh, then A is the eighth. And we know that A minor is related to C major, which has got no sharps or flats, and the raised seventh is always an accidental. So that nicely explains that. Let's now look at this next exercise. So we need to complete the scale of B major. We're in the bass clef, we're beginning on this low B here, and we've got to finish on B. And the whole point of a scale just literally means steps. We should be next door steps all the time, so it should be space, line, space. So we're going to have a line here before we think of anything. Space, line, space, line. And that means we've got B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now B major must have a key signature of F, C, G, D, A sharp. So let's see what we've got. We've got an F sharp, we've got a C sharp, we've got a D sharp. So here's the E, that doesn't need to be sharpened, but the A sharp needs to be added. And so that's nicely done. And now we need to explain what we've written here. So we've written an E and we've written an A sharp there. So that's easily completed. Let's turn the page to complete this section. And so now we have to circle one clef to form each of these minor scales. So our big clue is going to be that this has to we have to find out what key we've got. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flats, because the first and the last repeat. So 6 flats would be B, E, A, D, G, C. So that would be either G flat major or E flat minor. And you can see again how your circle of fifths will really help you with that. And so for that to be E flat minor, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're coming down in the melodic minor form, which shows why all of the key signature is present. And so for that to be E flat, it must be bass clef. Now let's move on here and let's think about this next question. So we have one sharp here, and so if that was to be a major scale, it would have to be F sharp. However, we are looking for a minor scale, and so if we've got one sharp on a minor scale, remember the seventh, when it's ascending, the seventh degree of the scale must be raised as an accidental, and the only scale in which that occurs would be A minor, which would have a key signature of nothing but G sharps. And so for this to be an A minor scale, we need to start on A, C, B, A. That would put us in the alto clef. So you'd be easily sort of excused for forgetting that it needs to be a minor scale and thinking this would be G major. However, we need to just take the thinking a stage further and think of it for a minor scale, and we have to remember that the seventh degree of the scale is raised in the harmonic minor form. And then let's think what we've got going on here. So we've got two sharps, and we're not affecting the sixth or seventh or the seventh at all here for the harmonic minor. So this must be the melodic minor descending, which would be the key signature only. So two sharps would have to be F sharps and C sharps, and that would give us B minor, which is related to D major. And so we've got the melodic minor form coming down with the key signature only. That's the only way we can explain these two sharps. And for this to be B minor, beginning and ending on B, that would need to be treble clef. Let's press on. Let's think about this chromatic scale. Is it true or false that this is the correct version of the chromatic scale beginning on F sharp? And this is where I do recommend referring to a piano keyboard just to help as a visual aid, because it's so tricky to get lost. And so presuming that we're starting on an F sharp, C, B, A, G, F sharp, and because I'm not familiar with the clef so easily, I'm going to just sketch underneath. If that's a G, that's a G sharp. That's an A, that's an A sharp. B, then we have a B sharp. That's C sharp. Then we have D. Then we have D sharp. And so let's C, D, E, E sharp. And then we're finishing on an F. So already something's wrong, isn't it? Because we're not finishing on F sharp. But also, it seems as if it starts off well enough with F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, B sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp. However, where is that? Yeah, that's okay actually. Just getting confused. B, B sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E sharp, and then E sharp is the enharmonic equivalent of F, so we should now actually have a sharp sign there, and so that's wrong. So that's false. And then what do we have here? Is this the correct version of the chromatic scale beginning on A? I'm a little more comfortable in the treble clef. So let's just work our way down. So we're going A, G sharp, G natural. Of course that must be cancelled out to get rid of the sharp, accidental. F sharp, F natural. Now here's our problem. F and E sharp is enharmonically the same note, and so that's where we've gone wrong. We've got the same note twice, so straight away we can just say that's false. And then finally, is it true or false that this is the supertonic in E flat major? Well, we know that the tonic, the tone key, where that word comes from, of E flat major is E flat. So number 1 is E flat. The supertonic would be F. We've got an E flat here, we've got the tonic, not the supertonic. And so that's incorrect. Is this the tonic in F sharp major? Tonic is the first degree of the scale. That's a note G, good boys deserve. G, that's an F sharp, and so that is indeed the tonic, the first note. And then is this true that this is the dominant in E minor? So dominant is the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, F, G, A, B. Now E minor is related to G major, so there should be F sharps as well. However, the 5th, B. However, this is an A, good boys deserve football always, which should be the B. And so that's false. And that's that section completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.